be doing a 24-hour readathon where I let Instagram control what I'm going to be reading. And so I did a couple polls already. I wanted to get them up so people had some time to vote on these ones just before I got started. I did go to my nail appointment. I got my nails done. And so some of the polls that I put up was first asking what format I should be reading. And so obviously I had a physical book, ebook, or audiobook as the options on that one. So far, physical book is winning, but I want to start this readathon at 4 p.m. today. That way it can end at 4 p.m. tomorrow. It is Monday, by the way, so it's going from Monday to Tuesday. But currently it's about like 3:15-ish, so there is still some time. But I wanted to go ahead and intro this vlog before we get started. So yes, physical book is winning so far. And after that, I asked what genre people wanted to see me read, whether it was romance or horror. For most of these polls, there's going to be an option that I want and an option that I don't want. And right now I'm really in a horror mood, so I was really hoping that horror would win. And there is still some time, but currently romance is in a very big lead. But who knows what could happen, but those were my two options. And because romance is in such a lead, I did go ahead and put out another poll asking which vibe I should pick, and it was 3 emojis for each book. And those books are Take the Lead by Alexis, Daria and First Time Caller by BK Borison. This one is the one that I want to win, Take the Lead. It is one that I've had on my TBR for a while now and I really want to get to. And then First Time Caller by BK Borison is one that I really don't feel like reading at the moment. I have read 2 books by this author. Well, one I DNF'd and then one I actually gave 1 star to. That one would be Love Light Farms. I absolutely hated this book. So yeah, those were the 2 options, and I will let the poll go for a little longer. That way we can see which of these books end up winning. But yeah, again, not too much in a romance mood, but I do really want to read this one. So hopefully this one wins so that I can start this readathon off on somewhat of a good note. And I do really hope I enjoy whichever one of these books wins, but we will see how this goes. Okay guys, it is officially 4, which means it is the start of my readathon. And so that poll has only been up for like an hour. But the one that won was Take the Lead by Alexis, Daria. So thankfully I will get to read this one. And yeah, I'm really excited about this one. It's a reality dance competition where these 2, I think they're just contestants. I don't know if they actually know each other beforehand, but the show sets them up to be this like couple of the show. So I feel like this one's going to be really fun. And yeah, I've heard great things about this book and this author in general, but I have not read anything else by this author, so this is all new to me. Hopefully I love it, and also hopefully I read a lot for this whole challenge, because I do want to read at least 3 books, I think, or like at least 1,000 pages, I think is my goal. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, I've made it a little way into Take the Lead, so I just wanted to give you all a little update about it. So we are following our main character, Gina, and she has been on this reality dance show for a few seasons now, and she has yet to win. She really wants to win. She really wants to have like a good partner who can give her like the fame to get all the audience votes and stuff. And so at the beginning of this book, she is on her way to meet her mystery dance partner. She doesn't know who it is before obviously like getting there and meeting him. And Gina's definitely like a city girl. She's from the Bronx and she's on this plane on the way to Alaska, and she ends up getting partnered with this guy named Stone. And he is this guy who was on this wilderness reality TV show. So his entire thing is like the outdoors. And obviously it's like an opposites attract kind of relationship, but these 2 are paired together, and it is going to be the show setting them up to have this romance and all this chemistry and stuff. So far I am really enjoying this one, so yeah, I'm gonna keep reading and I will let you all know how it goes. But just for a reference, I'm only about 30 minutes into this challenge. I haven't made that much progress on this book, but it is definitely reading pretty fast so far, so I think I can read this one quickly, which is really good for this challenge. So yeah. Also, it's raining on and off here, and the rainy vibes are definitely it, so hopefully it keeps happening. Also, I live in Florida and there's been like a lot of wildfires around here lately, specifically in the area that I live. It has been so bad with all the smoke, so this rain is definitely needed, but yeah, it also gives all the great vibes. Alright, it's about 8 in the morning now, and I have finished Take the Lead. I did go to sleep last night. I definitely did not stay up. I didn't even try to stay up. Yeah, but I did finish Take the Lead, and I'm gonna give this one a 3 stars, and that's pretty much why I didn't try to stay up. I wasn't like super enjoying this book, so it wasn't like one of those books that I wanted to like stay up all night reading, sadly, but I did finish it. I did enjoy the beginning of this book. I thought it was really fun, really cute. However, once our two characters sort of get together, probably like 30-40% of the way in, their relationship is pretty much just a sexual relationship. And basically every interaction these two characters have, besides them dancing, is just them sleeping together. And for me personally, when I read a romance book, I do need more of a connection than just this sexual connection. I do need there to be like an emotional connection, for them to have like actual conversations that make them feel like a real couple, because I definitely don't believe that these two characters are still together by the end of the book. I don't believe that they like have this happily ever after. There's also a big conflict at the end of the book, and these two characters are pretty upset with each other, and I just don't believe that their relationship comes back as strong. So while this book was fine for what it was, it definitely wasn't anything that blew me away. I could definitely see myself trying out another book by this author. I do like the writing style of it. I do think the author is like a good writer. And I do enjoy the conversations that were had in this book regarding fame, regarding paparazzi, and how the press can twist things around, and how it is harder for women, especially women of color. Our main character is Puerto Rican, and I just really like those conversations. I thought they were really well done. But yeah, this one, definitely not the best one to start off with, but yeah. I think I'm gonna give this one like a 2.5 star, maybe a 3, I don't know. I don't really know how generous I'm feeling right now. But I did put out another poll right before I went to bed, and that one was 4 different books that I had on my Libby account that I had checked out. And 2 of them are very short, like novella kind of books, and then 2 of them are longer, like full-length novels. So obviously I was really hoping for a short one just so that I can try and read more books for this video. And yes, Aquicorn Cove is one that had won. This one I believe is like a middle grade graphic novel. I have read other books by this author and I've really enjoyed them. I think they're really cute, really fun, and like something that would be perfect as like a little palette cleanser during this readathon. So that is what I'm going to go and read next. That one definitely won't take me long. So I did put another poll up asking if my third book should be a short or a long book, and based on how those polls do, I will see like what books I want to have the polls pick between. But yeah, I figured I'd let that poll go for a little bit while I finish Aquicorn Cove. Right, I am at the point in the video where I really don't know what I'm supposed to do. So I finished Aquicorn Cove. It did not take me long at all. This is a graphic novel for a middle grade audience. It was really cute. I gave it 4 stars. It's under 100 pages, a real quick read. This one is all about the environment, and it is following our main character Lana, and she's visiting the seaside town with her dad. They used to live there, but they don't anymore, and they're visiting because the town was just hit by a really bad storm, so they're there to help do like all the cleanup and everything. And yeah, Lana is learning all about the environment, what it takes for like an individual to like do their part to help protect the ocean, specifically coral reefs. I thought this was, yeah, a really cute book, a really great message, and yeah, I love all the books that I've read by this author so far, so yeah. a solid 4-star read, but like I said in my last clip, I put out a poll of whether I should read a short or a long book, and a long book is winning. And so when I finished Aquicorn Cove, I put another poll up between 2 books, and I decided to go based on like the emojis again, just so people don't really know what the book is and can just go based on the vibes. But the first book is Freakslaw, and this is a queer horror book that I believe takes place at the circus. And then the second one is Under the Oak Tree, which is like a romantic-y kind of story. It's like a fairy tale retelling. This one is one that my friend had recommended to me, and it is one that I own. So it is one that I do want to get to. I'm not really in the romance mood. So yeah. I have a book that I really want to read. I'm still in a horror mood, and then one that I don't really want to read, but that I don't really mind reading. However, this poll has been up for like 30 minutes now, so for like this half hour, I haven't been reading anything, and so far, like, not many people have like voted in this poll, and so Freakslaw is winning so far, but again, not many people have voted. I just don't know how long I should wait before picking up another book, because I don't have that many hours left. I do want to try and read a 3rd book during this video, so I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. I think for right now, I'll just start Freakslaw and see what happens later, just because, yeah, I don't know how long I should have a poll up before going ahead with what the answer is, but yeah, I'm just gonna start Freakslaw, I think, but we'll see how that goes. It hasn't been long since my last update. I started Freakslaw like I said I was going to, but I only made it 3 chapters in, and then I just decided to DNF it. I did not like the writing style of that one at all. It was also just very confusing. I had no clue what the actual story was. Each chapter followed a different character, but each character, like they were all doing their own thing. They were all very different chapters. And so, yeah, I didn't like it. I was confused, and I just didn't care enough to continue it. The poll did change right after I filmed that first clip, but Freakslaw was still winning. But again, it's only been like, I don't know, like another half an hour since the last clip that I filmed. So I still feel like an hour is not like a good enough time for the poll, so I don't want to like put another poll up. So I figured I would just go ahead and start Under the Oak Tree, or at least see how I'm feeling about it. If I do decide to continue reading this one, this will probably be the last book of the vlog, just because I only have about 4 hours left. But yeah, this one is the novelization. I believe this was originally, it was a web novel, but they did make it into like an actual novelization. And yeah, my friend actually recommended this one to me, so thank you to her. And yeah, I have no clue what to expect, but I will be reading this one now, and we will see how it goes. Alright, it is the next day. The readathon is officially over. I did an update when it officially ended last night, but I'm just gonna wrap it up now. So I had started Under the Oak Tree. This one never officially won the poll. The poll did end at an even 50-50, but I still read a good chunk of this one. I made it to page 154, so I did make good progress on this one. However, I'm not sure how I feel about this one, and I was talking to my friend who had recommended this book to me, and she has not yet read the novelization. She has only read the webcomic, and I was looking at reviews because I was really confused at the beginning of this book, and a lot of people say that the novelization version of this is very different from the actual webcomic, and so I'm not sure how to feel about this one. I am still going to continue it just because whether I end up loving it or hating it, I still want to talk to my friend about it, so I will continue this one. But this one is following our main character, Maxie, and she is the daughter of a duke, and she has gotten married off. And this book starts off with her husband coming to get her. He's been away from 3 years since their actual marriage, and so he's come to get her and actually take her to his estate and everything. And it's their relationship. This is a fantasy book. we have like sorcerers and like trolls and werewolves and things like that. I'm still a little unsure about the whole magic system and what all that entails, but yeah, this one is pretty much just their romance. And the guy she's married to, his name is Riften, but their relationship is very odd. Their entire relationship starts off very non-consensually, and that's what sort of shocked me at the beginning of this book, because I know it is a romance between them, and I was very confused. It's definitely not my thing. I definitely don't find Riften to be a likable character, which everyone says that he is. Again, I think that's the difference between the novelization and the actual webcomic. But yeah, I'm going to continue reading, see what all the hype is about. But yeah, I'm very unsure about this book so far, but I did make good progress on it. So a little recap of what I read. I finished Take the Lead by Alexis Daria. I'm still not sure if I want to give this one 2.5 or 3 stars, but this one was 325 pages. Aquicorn Cove I gave 4 stars, and this one was 96 pages. I read about 14 pages of Freakslaw before I DNF'd it, and then I read 154 pages of Under the Oak Tree. So in total, I read 589 pages. This was definitely not a very successful 24-hour reading challenge. I've done these videos in the past. I think I have 2 other ones up on my channel, and one of those at least was very much a success. I had read over 1,000 pages and I had a 5-star read. Obviously, this time I didn't read nearly as much, and I also didn't really like the majority of the books that I read, which is very disappointing. Overall, I think this just solidifies that personally, I am just so much of a mood reader. I like to just read whatever I'm in the mood for, or else it just like automatically puts me into a reading slump. So yeah, I feel like this challenge really proves that to myself, but I'll probably do another 24-hour reading challenge again in the future, maybe with another twist. But let me know if you have read any of these books, what you thought of them, and thank you for watching this video and making it this far. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!